Hi everyone, I'm back. I've got the short circuit painting mostly done. I'm sure I'll do a few little touches on it here and there, but in the last couple of weeks I have really seen a lot of good detail taking shape. The main thing is number 5. Looks like number 5 now. He's got all his little details and highlights. Did a little more on Stephanie. I was really pleased with the light and shadow here on the deck with the rails. The sunlight shining across and glinting off the windmill and off of number 5's eye flaps there. I did add some butterflies. I had thought about adding more details as far as animals and some things on the deck or the house, but then I figured out there's all these really nice flowers and all the color there picks up the color in the sky, and the green is pretty well throughout, and I like how the green grass looks in the yard in the foreground, kind of undisturbed, gives a little peaceful spot for your eyes to kind of rest, and the same with the blue on the house. And I thought, well, with all the rails and the shadows and the robot and Beasley here on the rooftop, that was probably a good amount of detail for the foreground. And then I added some nice rhododendrons in the middle ground. I decided that needed to pick up the rhododendrons in the foreground. One of the things I did here at the end was I did some oil paint over the acrylic paint, especially in the sky, to really soften up some of these clouds and to even out some places in the water and make it really look like it's illuminated and shining in the morning light. And I picked that up on these roof peaks here, on the tops of the roofs and the chimney there, and on number 5 himself, and on the porch rails I really try to make that look kind of shimmery. And there's a shot leading into this scene where Stephanie is walking him out onto the deck, and the way the light is done, it's really kind of shimmery and has a lot of nice highlights. And I wanted to get that feel and try to use the lighting in the scene as much as I could, but also bring up a lot of color that wasn't necessarily in the scene in the movie, especially the green there. So I'm very, very pleased with the result here, and I have to let all this oil paint dry. It'll take it a while to dry. It takes oil paint a couple of weeks to get dry. It can even take it longer than that, depending on how much medium you use. And the next step will be to varnish it. I do have a varnish that you can put over oil paint that hasn't been drying for months. And once it's varnished, I will photograph it, and it will be in print very soon. And I'll have it in several sizes. And I hope that everybody enjoys that and will get a print and enjoy having what I consider to be a very pivotal and emotional scene in Short Circuit, kind of a quintessential defining scene in the movie. Beautiful light bulb, and also very iconic for Astoria, and that will be something people will want to have as part of your short circuit collection to enjoy the movie in kind of a single scene that captures the feeling I had in the spring of 1986 when I first saw this favorite movie of mine. And all these years later, I'm so happy to have been able to learn how to paint and feel like I can put all the heart and feeling of the entire movie in this one beautiful scene.